You know, one of the best ways to discover new melody ideas and discover new sounds as it relates to guitar is finding alternate tunings to play in. And when we think about alternate tunings, we typically, I think the first one, probably all of us guitar players find ourselves playing is open E or open G, like this guitar is. You know, there's a bunch of different dad-gad. There's all the different alternate tunings, open tunings. I play this open G tuning all the time. I keep this guitar basically set up in open G these days. So this is that's an A minor, right? Instead of how we would typically think of an A minor. And our C here, G, D major. It just makes you think about it. It's a lot like playing the piano. Like you find these melodies and these the way that the chords kind of develop in a way that are much different. It makes your ear think about things different. Makes your brain think about things differently. One tuning that's used a lot in the studio to expand guitar recordings is Nashville tuning or high strung guitar. Songs like the song I was just playing, Wild Horses. That's a 6-string guitar tuned in open G, like this. And then another one that's a high-strung guitar or a Nashville tuned guitar, also tuned to open G. It just adds body. It adds chime. It adds depth to the parts. Also, Hey You by Pink Floyd, Free Fallin'. Once we start listening to what Nashville guitar sounds like, I bet you're going to be like, oh yeah, it's on so many recordings, especially today. And Nashville tuned guitar. It's used a lot in the music that comes out of Nashville. So what is Nashville tuning? Well, unlike other alternate tunings like open tunings, E, G, D, that are tuned to open chords, Nashville tuning is tuned to standard tuning. What's different about Nashville tuning is that the 4 lower strings, so your G, your D, your low A, and your low E, they're all tuned up an octave, while the 2 higher strings, your E and your B, they remain unchanged. A heads up here. If you're sitting here watching this video with a guitar in your hands and you're starting to righty-tighty on those tuning pegs, just stop now before you break the neck off your guitar, because ain't nobody got time for that. You're not going to use normal strings for Nashville tuning. The way that you achieve this is by using, well, there's a few options. Now you can just order a set of Nashville tuning strings. I will link a set of those strings in the description below. What I'm using is just a set of 12-string strings. So the high octave strings from a 12-string pack, you can just reserve the other strings for another day. You can put those on a 6-string. And then you're going to take the high octave strings and you're going to string up an acoustic guitar with this. Now, it is a good practice if you're going to think about doing this to use a guitar that's not getting used much. If you have an acoustic that's laying around, it doesn't have to be a great acoustic, because this is really kind of an effect sound. This can go on a very cheap kind of beater guitar. It actually sometimes sounds better that way. All right, enough talking. I've got a guitar that's cased up in the back. It's got a humidifier in it, bringing it up to optimal humidity for the last few days before we change the string tensions on everything. So we give ourselves the best shot at the guitar being intonated properly. We'll go down to my bench downstairs in my basement. We'll get the guitar strung up in a Nashville tuning, and then we'll come back up here and we'll see what all the fuss is about. Here we go. This is the old bench. And just a little preview for you guys. You've been asking, and I promised you, and it's coming. We're gonna be making some panels here very, very soon. So you guys can see how I did all my panels in my drum room and in my control room. But today, we are going to be getting this guitar strung up. It's a nice little shop set up. I got the mountain bikes. A lot of my musician friends are also peddlers. If you're into the mountain bike game, drop me a comment. I'd love to know what kind of bikes y'all are riding, what kind of steeds you're on, and really what kind of stuff that you like to pedal on. I'm a bike park, downhill, send it kind of cat. Curious how often you guys restring your guitars. What kind of life do you get out of a set of strings? And I guess it probably varies based on whether guitars you're gigging with or just guitars you have around the house. But what's an average life of a set of strings? For me, it really depends. Some guitars I find sound better with really dead strings on them. So I'll let them live on there. With this guitar, typically restring it doesn't get gigged with, gets tracked with some. I'll typically restring it about every 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Let's clean this thing up. So I've got my little station down here. It's nice to have a spot to be able to tend to all these guitars. Especially these old ones that need love. I should probably put some linseed oil on this neck. All right, we're gonna let this neck sit for just a minute. Let that oil seep in. You should absolutely get some linseed oil. And you know, every 6 months or so, if you are playing guitar, you should put linseed oil on the necks of your guitar. It's going to condition it and keep your guitars in good shape. That's the whole point of it, man. Trusty 12-string strings. I had these sitting down here for a while to put on my 12-string. I got another set. Clean our mess up. Then let's put a snark on this thing and get it close to in tune. So here we are, the Nashville strung guitar. The cool thing is doubling it with electric guitars, doubling arpeggiated parts, the strummy strum, the way you can spread it out, pan one hard left, pan the other hard right. It's the amount of texture and dimension that it's going to add to the mix. I'm going to do a quick demo just to show you guys what you can do. I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this. I'll lay down a bass part, a guitar part, electric guitar part, and a few acoustic parts. And we're using Easy Drummer 3 just to come up with a quick drum groove that I found that'll work for this. Just to show you guys what the possibilities are with a guitar strung like this. So that is the Nashville strung guitar, and I gotta say I'm really enjoying using it. That was a quick little demo I just threw together, just to kind of show you guys, the space that can fill and how you can double parts and kind of create dimension and make these mixes big. And I wanted to do something really quick so you can see that I didn't spend much time, and maybe it sounds like I didn't spend much time, but just to give you guys a taste of, scratching the surface on what you can do with the Nashville strung guitar. So tell me what you think. Drop me a comment. Let me know if you are going to string one of your acoustics up in Nashville Tuning. If you're not subscribed to the channel, why don't you hit that subscribe button right now if you're still watching the video. I mean, you're still here. Turn your notifications on. Smash the like button, as they say. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about the Nashville strung guitar. And yeah, man, that's going to be it for this evening. I'm Justin Brogdon. Until next time, you guys keep doubling down. Keep being good. We'll be seeing you soon. Peace.